I'm sure you're seeing advisors as they get a little further down the track, a little bit more mature, they start to come to terms with the impact they're having on their clients' lives. That balancing of productivity, measurable, with purpose, which is meaningful. Financial advisor, the best way to learn something is to teach it. You get to hear yourself, really paying attention to the interactions you're having with clients. I'd love your perspective on that balance, because I know you're big on balance.
Yeah, I am big on balance. And there's so many different ways to go with that question. It's a great question. And as you were talking, one of the things that came to my mind is that I see today in talking with some advisors that they are becoming human robo-advisors. They are, gathering enough information to throw it into some software to do an asset allocation, says, here's your financial plan, and I'll check in with you once a year. And you can look it up online if you need to check your plan. And that also goes back to the ultimate client experience point of you just can't do that. You can't just mail it in. And there has to be some purpose behind what you do, because if you're really going to provide world-class financial advice, you have to really take the time. You have to be very purposeful about getting to know that client, about what they want, about growing your business with the type of clients that you want, so you end up as an advisor with a business that you're proud of. And so a lot really connects behind that idea of being intentional, authentic, being purposeful.
Okay, that's very interesting. I never thought about it from that perspective, because we all know you might have even coined this, but the number one reason why somebody loses a client is lack of communication. It's not performance. It's just the relationship drifts. Now that it's at risk and somebody comes along and catches them and lures them away. Technical ability is never to be trivialized, but it's just something to build on. It's the communication. And I think somebody is more predisposed to want to talk to a client if the relationship is fueled by purpose, like what I do, the value I bring to someone's life. But it's an interesting perspective.
Yeah. And that comes from, I believe, and I think you alluded to this earlier, what we do needs to be memorable, repeatable, and referable. So when we have a process that really stands out and we do it over and over again with purpose, with intention, it becomes memorable both to the advisor and to the client, which then makes them referable, because then that referral, that introduction, that advocacy doesn't come from, I'm just doing my advisor a favor. It's, I am giving something of value to somebody else that I care about. And so I think that's so huge in building that practice that's intentional.
Well, and it stands to reason then that ports over into relationships with strategic partners as well. Like, I mean, an accountant, an attorney, another service provider can feel that same energy, I'm assuming.
Oh, yes, definitely. And those strategic relationships need to have that same understanding of that memorable, repeatable, referable process. Because when they do, again, it's easier for them to make that introduction. They don't have to worry that if they send one of their clients to you, that you are going to treat them in some way that damages the relationship that they've spent years building with that client.